Phil Collins and Philip Bailey, Easy Lover. I remember rocking out to that at a school disco, don't you? I'm Jo. New music from Tom Jones coming up in a second. Are you watching The Voice? Have you been hooked into that, or have you swayed towards Britain's Got Talent? It's still a ding-dong battle in the ratings war there, isn't it? 08459 311 111 if you'd like to get in touch with the show this afternoon. Talking right now about irritable bowel syndrome. Might be something that you suffer from. Anna is from Tame. She's suffered from digestive problems and monthly bloating for many years. As a complementary therapist, her first instinct was to look at more natural approaches to the condition, and to solve her problem she turned to acupuncturist Rhiannon Griffiths. We'll be hearing from Rhiannon in a moment, but this morning I spoke to Anna and asked her how she was affected by her condition.
Basically, from time to time I do get very bloated, and it didn't seem to actually follow anything that I was particularly eating. It just seemed to be a phase I was getting with my period, and sometimes without as well. And I couldn't really find a pattern, which was when I began to see Rhiannon for acupuncture.
So what age did this start with you?
I remember having it in my teens. I'm now 33, so it's gone on for quite a while.
But there wasn't anything you could relate it to or connect it to?
No, I have had dietary issues, such as wheat sensitivity and things like that, but I'm completely off that, so it wasn't relating to anything to what I was eating as such. It just seemed to be that my body would, at certain times, slow down and get a little stuck, and really I'd feel a little out of balance, and just it would affect kind of, if I was a little bit stressed, my digestion would then get stuck as well. So it seemed to follow different things.
You were keen to look at a complementary approach to remedying this, weren't you?
Absolutely, yes.
So it was the acupuncture route you plumbed for. What influenced that?
I had had acupuncture when I was younger for symptoms of ME, which some people might be familiar with, and it was really successful for me as when I was younger, so I thought, why not try it again? And I looked Rhiannon up, and I had a few treatments with her, and I found the whole treatment very gentle, and it didn't hurt at all, and the sensations that you gain during treatment are really lovely, actually, and actually makes you do feel better at the time, in that moment.
So how quickly did you notice an improvement?
I'd say that day I did feel calmer and a lot just kind of more focused, which is a typical reaction from acupuncture anyway. And then the next few days I realised I was less bloated, and so that encouraged me more to see Rhiannon again to maintain it, and also just to keep an eye on what I was doing, what my intake of certain foods was, just to see how it would go, really. And the following appointments have proved that it's really helped dislodge maybe a kind of energy block or something that was going on due to emotional stress or work stress and things like that.
So is acupuncture something you're going to have to continue with to maintain a well-being, or is it something that you will hopefully be able to leave behind completely?
I think it will be something that will remain in part of my routine of my lifestyle, really, complement my exercise and my own lifestyle. I don't think it's something Rhiannon would say you have to come back every week, otherwise you won't get any better or see any improvement. I think it's definitely something you can start with and carry on and just see how you're going. And then when you feel yourself slipping slightly, you can have a treatment just to keep up your balance.
That was Anna from Tame sharing her experiences this afternoon. Well, Rhiannon Griffiths, Anna's acupuncturist, joins me on the phone now. Hello, Rhiannon.
Hi, Jo.
Now, how, when you first started studying acupuncture, how did you learn that IBS could be treated by this?
Okay, well, in Chinese medicine, we view the various digestive issues that, your other callers have been speaking about under that kind of irritable bowel syndrome umbrella term. We view it as an interruption in the smooth flow of chi or energy within the body. So normally energy will flow around our bodies, moving smoothly to all kinds of areas where it's needed. For example, the stomach energy would normally flow downwards, so it would follow the food down from the mouth into the stomach and then down even further and out the other end. But if that natural flow is interrupted and the stomach energy flows upwards instead of down, you can get symptoms like nausea, sour regurgitation, belching or burping, and pain or bloating just below the rib cage. And similarly, the other digestive organ in Chinese medicine, the spleen, has energy that should normally flow upwards. So if it does flow downwards, you can get symptoms that IBS sufferers will be very familiar with, that kind of lower abdomen bloating and loose stools or alternating constipation and diarrhea, as Dr. Hillary mentioned earlier. And these symptoms can come and go, or they vary in severity. And as Anna mentioned, they can often get worse with stress or for women at various stages during their menstrual cycle. So we view it in that kind of way.
Well, a new survey says that nearly half of all Britons will suffer from IBS or have suffered from IBS. So is it a condition that you find yourself working with quite regularly?
Definitely, yes. And acupuncture helps to regulate that. So acupuncture as a whole focuses on harmonizing the mind, the body and the emotions, and obviously does this using our really superfine needles. And it restores that kind of proper functioning of the organs and the body systems, promoting overall better digestion and regulating the bowels. So the fact that many people have perhaps not all of these symptoms, they might just have one or two. There are definitely things that we can do, and I see it in the treatment room a lot.
Now, when you are treating a condition like IBS with the needles, as you were describing then, are you actually using the needles in the region that is affected?
Oh, no, not necessarily. In fact, rarely, I would say, actually. There are points that you can use on the abdomen, but more often than not, we would use points that are on the other ends of the channel. So you might have points on the legs or the feet, or even actually the hands, which seems a bit strange, but we use the channels of energy throughout the body to encourage that smooth flow.
And Anna was describing how acupuncture has helped her maintain or manage her condition. Is it something that can be cured completely?
I would say it can go a long way too. But as I say to my patients in the treatment room, if they could stay in the treatment room and live in the treatment room, they probably would be okay. But we all go back to our kind of stressful jobs, or the children are at home, and we all have our kind of day-to-day things that can upset that smooth flow of chi. So, and as we've discussed on here before, Joe, acupuncture can help lower stress levels by regulating the emotions and kind of topping up and boosting depleted energy. So we can kind of go a long way to get irritable bowel syndrome under control. But, you know, again, as Anna mentioned, if there's a blip where something is particularly stressful in someone's life, then, you know, they might need a top-up just to get that back under control again.
Rhiannon, as always, really good talking to you. Thanks very much for joining us. Rhiannon Griffiths on the afternoon show. So keep your calls coming in, your texts as well, 81333. Start your message with the word Oxford. And next Monday, we'll once again be addressing issues of health and well-being. If there's something that you'd like us to talk about, something that you think people need to have a better understanding of, just tell us what that is. 81333. Start your message with the word Oxford.
This is BBC Radio Oxford.